From Tuguegarao City, good morning everyone! Or as we say it in the Ibadag language, Diyos tauman ka mo ngamin. This is your King of the World. Join me as I visit the beautiful island municipality of Calayan and discover the awesome cave, beaches, and waterfalls that it has to offer. Are you ready to explore this place? Let's go in 3, 2, 1! So a few months ago, I was invited by the Department of Tourism Region 2 to be part of the tourism circuit dry run for the municipality of Calayan. I took advantage of this opportunity to bring Nacho, my trusted ADV 160 Philippine Loop buddy, to have better mobility in exploring Calayan.
Welcome to Apari.
So from Tuguegarao City, I drove for about an hour to the ferry port in Apari, where I boarded Eagle Ferry bound for Calayan. I'm not gonna lie, boarding my scooter onto the ferry looked difficult for the porters. But after a few minutes and some bumps here and there, Nacho was safely put on board. And after about 7 hours of sailing through relatively calm waters of the Philippine Strait, we arrived in Calayan at around mid-afternoon.
Touchdown Calayan.
As reference for motorcyclists who want to bring their ride to the island, this is how they unload our beloved machines.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa Calayan Municipal Hall. Recording call with the mayor. Nandito tayo sa mayor's office with the participants of the dry run. Welcome to Calayan Island.
After the quick courtesy call to the mayor's office, we went straight to Second Home Inn, where we will stay for the next 3 days. We were welcomed with some fresh buko juice and a delicious rice cake-like dessert, which they don't have a name for yet, but it is a treat to the taste buds.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in Calayan Island at papunta tayo sa ating first destination for day 1 of the Calayan Tourism Circuit Dry Run.
Our first stop is the primary tourist destination in Calayan Island. The white sand beach, clear waters, and serene view of Sibang Cove. According to Jennifer Junio of Cagayan Tourism, Sibang Cove won second place in one of the searches for undiscovered tourism sites in the Philippines.
In-entry natin ito na undiscovered tourism site in the Philippines. So, second siya.
Nice! After a quick breakfast and orientation from the local train guides, we proceeded to the snorkeling activity at the far end of the cove. Due to unfavorable weather conditions, we were taken to the alternative spot for snorkeling. Although this was not the usual venue for some underwater sightseeing at Sibang Cove, I am still in awe at how clean and clear the water is in this part of the country. After spending more or less 1 hour at Sibang Cove, we moved on to a neighboring area where we met local tradesmen who manufactured wooden wall clocks, boats, and we also witnessed the process of making salt and dried fish. A few minutes later, we went on a boat ride to a place called Tapwakan for our second water-based activity. Tapwakan, which comes from the root word tapwak, means plunge in the Ilocano language, and has been identified as a safe and enjoyable place to try mini cliff diving. After which, we proceeded to Bangaan Hill, which is just beside Tapwakan, as you can see here. Bangaan Hill houses a shrine erected for the 79 officers and enlisted personnel aboard the RPS Datu Kalanchao, who died as a result of a shipwreck during the onslaught of Typhoon Clara in 1981. After Bangaan Hill, the group went back to Isla Calayan Resort, where we got the chance to check out some of their villas. And we had our lunch here as well. Later in the afternoon, the group took a stroll around the town center and visited St. Bartholomew Catholic Church.
Hi!
And walked along the coastline in the Municipal Hall compound.
So nandito tayo ngayon sa bahay ni Mayora. Papadinner na po kasi siya kaya bumisita tayo dito sa bahay niya.
And as a nightcap, we were invited by the better half of Mayor Llopis to her home for dinner. And we also got to meet Cagayan Province First Lady Mabel Mamba. Dinner is served. And after dinner, the group called it a night. Day 2 of the dry run called for a little adventure hiking as the group went on a mission to chase waterfalls. Jumping off at Kaniwalan Elementary School, most of the participants walked around 3 kilometers of dirt to reach the entrance of the first waterfalls.
Babalik.
As for myself, I had the cheat code with me, so I just joyfully strolled with Nacho to our destination. And our first stop for day 2, Patarao Falls.
We are now going back up Canaawan Falls. Coming from Batarao. Ito, sobrang tarik kasi nung babalikan mo. How's... Okay na, gumanong ka pa eh. First time, ma'am, hindi?
Hindi po.
Hindi.
Second time ko. My
First.
first time.
How's the hike?
Kabago. Pero, saya.
So good morning everyone. It is now day 4 of the dry run of the tourism circuit here in Calayan. Nasa harapan tayo ngayon ng Calayan Municipal Hall. At tayo ngayon ay pupunta sa Lok Cave. Yung beach po sa harapan ng munisipyo, yung pinagdadaungan ng mga boat saka ng mga barko. This is what you call the Banwa Beach. And this is one of the prettiest beaches here in Calayan. Kasi pagbaba mo pa lang ng barko, white sand, crystal clear waters. Panalo.
As with any sea-based travel here in the island, prior approval from the Philippine Coast Guard is needed to ensure that weather conditions are safe for travelers to sail to Lok Cave. The trip lasted for about an hour from Poblacion Banwa Beach, and I can say that it is well worth the time. Touchdown, Lok Cave!
Sige, sir. Maya. Look, ito mo sila.
Welcome to Lok Cave. Welcome to the entrance of Lok Cave.
And just like that, our Lok Cave adventure is over. Bye for now, Lok Cave. See you again next time. As much as this whole activity was primarily configured for experiencing the breathtaking natural resources of Calayan Island, this experienced group of travelers found a way to incorporate what matters most in tourism, and that is to connect with the community. Remember yesterday when we made Kaniwalan Elementary School as our jump-off point to the Canaawan and Batarao Falls? When we came back to the second home inn later in the day, the group decided to conduct an outreach program to give back to the children of the community. Kids are such good reminders to look forward to life with hope and gratitude. For most of us who frequently fall into the void of discontent and take simple things for granted, the sense of anticipation and the beautiful smiles of the Kaniwalan elementary pupils for sure melted our hearts. One more thing that stood out was the discipline and the courtesy that these kids were showcasing. It greatly reflects the good values that their superb teachers are imparting. Everyone got their fair share because everyone stood in line and waited for their turn. Now, aside from food and footwear, the teachers also received some school supplies to augment their dwindling stocks. After the outreach program was concluded, we went back to Isla Calayan Resort and started our trek towards Calayan's Lighthouse on top of Nagudungan Hill, which is one of the most popular landmarks here in the province. It is a good 10 to 20 minute trek from the resort to the lighthouse, which rewards you with an astonishing view of the cove from the hillside.